The HOA painted over my fence without even asking me, so I made them pay for every single brush stroke. It started on a Saturday morning. I looked out my window and saw two men with rollers slapping gray paint across my wooden fence. That fence had been mine since the day I bought the house. I stained it myself, polished it, and kept it looking perfect. Now they were ruining it without permission. I rushed outside and shouted, "What do you think you're doing?" One of them said, "HOA orders, neutral colors only." I told them this was private property, but the board president showed up with a clipboard. He smiled and said, "Your style doesn't fit our community standards. We're fixing it for you." Then he walked away like he owned the place. By the time they finished, my beautiful brown fence was a blotchy gray disaster. Paint dripped down the wood, plants along the edge were splattered white, and my dog even had streaks of paint on his fur. I was furious. I called the board and demanded they fix it. They laughed and said, "Be grateful. We improved your property." That was the last straw. So I started documenting everything. I took high-resolution photos of every drip, every splatter, every spot they ruined. I saved receipts showing how much I had paid for the original stain and sealant. I even got a contractor to write an estimate for restoring the fence back to its original condition. The estimate came out to $12,650. Armed with proof, I sent the HOA an official invoice. They ignored it, so I filed a lawsuit in small claims court. On the day of the hearing, I showed the judge every photo. I showed the receipts, the contractor estimate, and even the paint on my dog's fur. The HOA president tried to argue that it was a community improvement. The judge cut him off and said, "This is private property. You vandalized it." Then came the verdict. The HOA was ordered to reimburse me the full $12,650, plus court fees, plus damages. The president's face turned pale when he realized his own decision had cost the HOA thousands. When the board announced they would be raising monthly fees to cover the payout, the entire neighborhood erupted. Homeowners were furious at their so-called leaders. Within weeks, 2 board members resigned. The president himself was voted out. Meanwhile, I used their money to restore my fence with the best stain money could buy. Now it shines richer than ever before. Every time I walk by, I smile, because that ugly gray paint is gone. And so are the people who thought they could control me. They tried to paint over my life. Instead, I painted them into bankruptcy. If you believe justice looks better in color, like this story and subscribe for more HOA revenge.